All right, what's up, guys? Raiden here. So today I wanted to talk about the news we got for GTA 6 being delayed again, as I'm sure you guys have already seen. I saw the news on Twitter like a day or something ago as I was roaming through there looking for stuff to be like triggered about. So I got up here on my phone and we're going to talk about it a little bit. I'm going to put it up on the screen so you guys can read it together, but let's start with this and then we'll kind of go into my thoughts on how I think this may not be such a bad thing for the gaming industry as a whole. So let's read through this real quick. So we got Rockstar Games, the official Twitter account. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to release on May 26, 2026, which is about a year from now. We are in May, so not exactly a year if you want to get technical, but it's a year and some change technically. So they say, Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to release on May 26, 2026. And they go on to say, we are very sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding a new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. We look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. So yeah, that was on there. That's obviously on their official Twitter. They posted that, and there's been videos all over the place talking about how they didn't really think it was going to come out at all this year. Most people thought they were just being hoodwinked or bamboozled, and I'm going to take a different stance. I think this is a good thing for the gaming industry. This is more of like a mercy to the gaming industry because for anybody that's been noticing, there have been an exorbitant amount of games coming out this year, like left and right. Like I haven't seen a year like this in a long time when we have upwards of 20 games coming out, either new titles, indie titles, double A titles, sequels to games, remasters, remakes, just left and right all over the place. And because due to the absence of GTA, these games have been able to thrive in their own environment and health and compete with each other in a healthy manner. If GTA 6 were to release anytime this year, I would say for the remainder of the year, most games are going to suffer when it comes to sales and notoriety, simply because of how big that release is going to be when it happens. We've already seen games, release with a scarcity mindset because they were worried about being anywhere near that GTA 6 release date. You know what I mean? I even think Yote might have pushed itself out to October in the hopes to be, far away from it, right? Most games were just trying to either come before or a couple of months after or a significant amount after, but I would say you want at least a 3 month window of that game releasing to not have your game hurt sales. And even then, that might not still be enough time. But that release anxiety was real, because whether or not you like GTA, it's an enormous game, huge franchise. So it's gonna dwarf any other game that year. And you gotta think, look at what's coming out this year. We have Expedition 33, we have Ghost of Yote coming out. Assassin's Creed didn't hit like we thought, but it still had a lot of excitement built up about it. A lot of hate ready, but um people were going to buy it regardless. Didn't do as well as they thought though. But yeah, Expedition 33 is doing fantastic. We got the Oblivion remaster, right? We still got a whole bunch of samurai games that I talked about in my previous video that are coming out. There's so many games that are coming out this year, and GTA alone by itself, GTA 6 releasing this year, would dwarf practically all of them. It'd be stealing everyone's attention, taking all the sales. Mind you, this would be a single player game that is only coming out for the PS5 for I think the first year or two. So it wouldn't even be releasing on all platforms at first, and even that wouldn't be enough to hurt it at all whatsoever. So this is a good thing this year. I think for gaming companies, they can relax now. Now nobody's worrying about releasing a game and having to compete with Rockstar because it's just not going to happen. And I personally think that's a good thing. So I'm happy to see that. Now, maybe a couple of games we might have wanted to see that were hiding their release date can be more open about it, and they'd be like, "Well, shit, we don't gotta really worry about them now, so we can come up with this game when we're ready." Right. Another thing I will say is with that, I'm pretty sure we all kind of know what's going to win Game of the Year. As much as I love Ghost of Yotei, I think it's going to be coming out a little too late to be eligible for Game of the Year. I believe October is a little too late. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. Comment down below if you guys know the specific window of which you can apply or be even eligible for Game of the Year. But if my memory serves me right, October is too late. So Yotei's out the question. I think it's going to be Expedition 33. Like, I understand Oblivion was cool. I didn't play Avowed yet. But I really don't see anything hitting as hard as Expedition 33 did. Maybe Death Stranding 2, possibly. But with the way Expedition 33 is going, this is looking like their year. But I'll make another video on how I feel about that game. But yeah, man, when it comes to GTA 6, this is a mercy to the gaming industry. I think it's a very good thing they decided to delay this game for a whole extra year for the reason I mentioned of it'll take the anxiety of other companies worrying about their game being stifled, and two, um, you know, it'll help fix any bugs they might have had in the game. They might have had some issues, some narrative changes they want to make. A game being delayed is always a good thing. It just means they want to give it more time to cook in the oven, not rush it out. Their reputation is on the line. I want to find a couple of the comments. I couldn't find them. I should have screenshot them, but a lot of people were reiterating the fact that this is not the same Rockstar that we grew up with. I want to do some research on that. I don't know how true or false that is, but it's worth looking into because that actually could mean a lot. If these are not the same GTA I grew up playing, San Andreas, Vice City Stories, Liberty City Stories, and you're telling me this is a different creative team entirely, that actually, it's kind of worrisome. And I saw that comment a considerable amount of times. And they were saying it in a way of like, hey guys, I understand we all love GTA, but remember, these are not the same people. These are not the same people we grew up with. Stop getting your hopes up. These are not the same people we grew up with. So I want to do some more research and look into that. But yeah, as far as them delaying it for a year, I don't think it's a bad thing. I personally think it's cool. We waited this long. We could wait a little longer. How long has it been? Easily over almost 15 years now since that game dropped. So an extra year is not going to kill anybody. I would rather them wait and fix it than it come out and be trash and we talk shit about it. I mean, we're going to buy it regardless. So I know a lot of people were worried about it. I know a lot of people were worried about it being woke because of the woman that's the main character, her and her brother. But it's GTA. It wouldn't matter if it was woke. People are going to still buy it. This is GTA. Let's just hope they don't, change the way they write their narrative stories and viewpoint too much, like because this is a new age game, you can't hit women now or you can't do certain things. You know what I mean? Like they had no restrictions before. Whether we agree with it or not, that's the freedom of choice. You know what I mean? Leave that stuff in there. It's Grand Theft Auto. Nobody's coming to play Grand Theft Auto and have with a moral high ground. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if you want to, then you can go for it. But I don't think they should bother this aspect of gaming. We've already lost so many other things. I don't know, but I have no evidence to back any of that up. I've just been seeing people worried, and I understand. I get it. A lot of games, you see something like that, and you get worried. You start to think, "Oh, it's woke now." I don't know. We don't know anything yet. All we know is the plot and the few trailers they've released on it, and the fact that they're about to delay it now. So who knows? They might make drastic changes now. They might have kind of got a good breath of the environment and thought, you know what? Let's go a different direction. A year in gaming production, especially with a company as large as Rockstar, that's a lot. It's a lot of man hours, So a lot could change in a year, We could be getting a Sonic situation, if you know, that ugly ass Sonic we almost got. So who knows? They might change so much of what this is going to be into what we want it to be. It could be a good thing, but Rockstar hasn't done us wrong up until this point. Every game they've made up until this point has been fantastic. all the PS2 games, the PS3 games, the PSP games. They've done us right. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt to a certain amount of point. They've been delaying it. You know, all we can do is hope. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. I wanted this to be a little bit longer, but I think that's all I really need to say. There's not too much to say on this. I don't have like a huge, deep opinion about them delaying the game, other than the fact that I think this probably had a huge sigh of relief on the remainder of the gaming industry. They're like, thank God, we will get that game out this year, get out the way. You know, the feeling will probably return next year, but you had this whole year to release your game. Anybody that was going to release it this year was going to do it anyway, but now they don't have to worry about the sales. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think this is a mercy to the gaming industry? I do. I personally think that this is really going to help games or smaller companies release. Do you guys think that the plot is going to be woke? I saw a couple of people mention that because of the fact that it's a brother and sister. I don't, but others may share a different opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I haven't forgot for the 100 sub special. I'll be recording that when I get home. Like I put in the community notes, I'm not home yet. So when I get back, I'll be recording that. I want to thank you guys so much for that. But yeah, that'll be all for this one, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down below. I'll see you guys next time. Raiden out.